really know what it is.
It's an organic coffee farm that's been owned by all females.
Whoa. I mean, it sounds cool.
She works for free and has a place to stay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I guess.
You don't like it either?
I think it's gonna be safe. It's through Wolf, I guess, whatever the hell that is. Wolf.
Not Cool Works?
Huh?
Not Cool Works?
One of those programs. Yeah, it's family owned. They got daughters. Makes me feel a little better.
Oh, it's not like a big place? I figured it was like a giant.
Smaller, yeah. It's family owned. Like, yeah. I don't know how big the farm is actually.
I wonder how many other people will be working.
She says she's talked to a girl that works there and is there right now, and she's happy and likes it. So,
huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Mark comment on the wall.
Farm labor. Work on the farm.
Yes, yeah, that's like real work.
Real work, not
Yeah,
getting paid.
you gotta learn how to do real work.
Yeah. It's just interesting.
Actually, Amy, she busted her ass pretty hard at the end. They worked her over pretty
Yeah.
hard.
But like, it's just interesting that it's like a for-profit thing that you have to be paid.
Right. You got a free place to stay in Hawaii. I mean,
Yeah. Right. Internship.
yeah.
Or intern for farm labor. Yeah.
She's got her plane ticket with travel insurance set up where she can just come back whenever she wants. That's open-ended. So, she wants stuff.
How long is he supposed to be? So it's not that long. Well, that's good. If it's not only until December.
Yeah.
It's not like 250.
It says September. She's gonna come back and tell her.
Yeah.
I figured, did you pay her hair? I figured she'd come back and tell her.
Yeah, I was actually on my way here to work on the site the other day, and it's been trying to get a hold of my lady customer here to pick up the phone.
So, new cable and housing,
I cut my hair like right before I did that.
rolling out.
I think I had it all done. I figured it's cool though.
You guys party a lot.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, it's not like the biggest company I worked at. Like, we had like 20 employees.
Yeah.
But we all live on the side. We all live there, so we all hung out every single night.
Most of them were pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really like the company I worked for.
Oh, no.
No, like, they definitely have a reputation, kind of, or like, I mean,
As far as what?
they have a reputation to be just very hard, like, some of them are very hard to make.
Okay.
I did not know that. Within their acting, they're like, some of the hardest things.
That's good. I think that's
So these screws on the top are your limits.
A lot of it.
Okay.
That determines how far it's allowed to move this way and that way.
Gotcha.
They
So,
put us in a lot of really, yeah, they put us in a lot of sketchy and like really like not great situations during training.
Yeah.
Make sure we were trained really well,
Yeah.
which is not typical for training.
so there's one thing I'm noticing here, and that is that your chain is kind of really close to this rack bolt.
Have like 80 guys.
I can make it so that you only shift through these 5 gears, just so we don't risk, catching your chain on that. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's done it so far on you, but if you break a chain, you're walking type thing.
Oh, yeah. See, my boy did tell me I should have a second chain. I don't have one, but
But it's like, how often are you in your fastest gear?
Oh, that's an interesting question. So bear with me. The fastest gear is when I would shift it all the
That would
way
be
at the bottom.
when it is closest to you, yeah.
I don't know. The bike ride's so different. I would be in that gear, I guess not too much these days. When I had to ride the bike before, I was generally in the middle one on the front, and either this one or this one on the right. So probably not. You could probably do that, and it would be fine.
Okay, so that'd be cool. And then, if you just need more speed, then you can get that by shifting up the front instead, and
Gotcha.
that would be safer. I can't tell if it's actually going to hit that, but it's really close.
Is that just because of like wear over time, or is it?
I'm not really sure. It's probably just how the rack is bolted on. It wasn't necessarily. It was meant for it, but maybe it was meant for different hardware.
Okay. If you do, when you do this, is this something I would be able to, like, how do you do it, actually?
Yeah.
I guess it's the bigger
So
question.
all I'm going to do is pretty much put the screw in until it's sitting nicely in that gear. And then
It just won't have enough room with the way that the limit is set to go there.
yeah, so it just the limit just won't let it go
Gotcha.
all the way this way into that gear. I'm actually I'll set it up so that all you have to do is turn that if you want to. Now I'm just dripping some oil into these pivot points because it feels a little sticky with how it's moving.
There might be some in a drawer down there in his bench, but I feel like they would be out if we got them.
Alright, so you can see it's kind of sitting nicely there. And then,
And so that's you just tuning it to get all of this straight in the line with that particular gear.
so if I unscrew that now, now you have your lowest. You don't want to go too far because it can jump off this way. But I
Okay.
want to go just tight enough so that I'm listening and it sounds smooth. But if I go, unscrew it just far enough so that it's basically sounds mostly what you're looking for.
Gotcha. And so it should jump off of the slowest gear when you have it perfect, right?
It should not, correct.
Oh, that looked way smoother than anything so far.
What is the exact work where I think Mom's gonna have a heart attack? Yeah.
So she's real upset. She's real upset. But what are her concerns? What are her concerns?
It is on the world's most active fault.
probably not really concerned. I mean, I guess it's all yeah, the big axis. The most basketball. Yeah, I guess that's what the axis go off.
Alright, seems to be.
Oh, that looks.
All of them.
That looks amazing. Like the difference is so noticeable.
Yeah, I was telling her he's on cool or that's what my mom said. It's all places that have housing. They pay it. What? Oh, my mom waited tables and
Feels pretty good.
at
All right.
like right down the line.
So it's just these two screws to tune the limit. Only these two.
Only those two to do.
The
So there's a third on this one, cable tension. So that unscrewing this, you know, you're making the whole system longer. So that's pulling the cable. The cable's staying the same length. So if it has
Okay.
further here, then it's gonna pull on this.
okay.
You shouldn't need to adjust that for a little while, or I mean probably with these kind of shifters you rarely have to adjust it because
Okay.
you know you just push it until you find the gear. But on like a newer bike, that you tune the cable tension to like where the location of each gears is.
Oh, okay.
So you know if your chain was sitting too far this side, then you would add a little bit and it would kind of shift it over.
Okay, gotcha.
But you shouldn't really need to do anything there.
All right. And there's, I guess, only one other question I have for you, unless you have more for me, and that's how does this mechanism work, and how do I adjust the front brakes?
So these quick releases, moving this arm
Mm-hmm.
just squeezes it together in a set amount of distance.
Okay.
So if you're not able to push this arm all the way until it's, you know, it should be parallel to the fork, and you
Okay.
can unscrew this. This is just a nut on the end here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can unscrew that until this is able to push all the way. And if this is too loose, you know, you can see right now, you can
Yeah.
just kind of push it there. Then you tighten this nut.
Oh, you're just trying to feel out the
You're just
perfect
trying to get it
distance
to
for the.
right yeah,
Gotcha.
Because there will be a point where this arm will close all the way, but it's also pretty tight.
Okay, because I've never been able to figure out exactly how the magic you guys were doing, but now I know this. Now I know how it works.
And it's hard to get it too tight. So my rule of thumb is just always, you know, as close as tight as you can think it, you can get it off.
Okay.
And then these front brakes, you know, you can just use your Allen wrench, all the same. But I think this is going to be a 6. And so you can see the reason that this is so loose is because this pad is only kind of hitting on the top here. So I can loosen this, and now it will move in every which direction.
Okay.
So I'm going to just kind of squeeze this and see where it's lining up, wiggle it, you know, kind of towards where it needs to go. And my goal is to just get that pad as solidly on the wheel as it can be. So this doesn't have a ton of adjustment range, but So I can grab actually some different pads that light. When you're adjusting it normally, you shouldn't have to take these out, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
So there's
Just an Allen wrench and some tweaking. Most of the time.
So basically all you're doing is just loosening this nut on the end, moving it to where you want it, you know, lining it up with whatever you need, and then holding the pad and just tightening this back down.
Okay.
That's one thing I miss, just have pop the order. Didn't give you coffee on the river? No.
How's your ride here?
We were, you know,
Hmm.
How's your ride here?
I could walk to McDonald's.
It just feels so different. I don't normally never ride in that lowest gear, so being able to ride in it and being able to even take an uphill in it is just like it's like a different bike.
So-
That's the way
okay.
I'll put it. It's pretty. It's definitely good. This is a different feeling, you know. I'm riding on flat ground and I can take my feet off the pedals and the bike will keep moving. It's really it's just too much going on for it to really do that before. But I couldn't really do any shifting on it. When I tried, you know, I was like, oh, hold up, let me just put it back the way he had it. Let me get it
Yeah,
here.
Back one was a little.
So I didn't really get to check out the range, which I'll get to do now. And I get 70-degree weather like at least for 3 more days, maybe even the whole week. So this is